welcome to Module 3. This is where we are going to help you create your digital footprint. What's great about getting this set up now is not only to start and maintain your online presence, but to get in the habit of consistently working at it, because that's going to be the key to getting noticed. I know I keep saying how crowded this space is, but it is so true. So let's get your online presence set up and rolling. Did you know that 79% of consumers do online research before buying? So think about that, because if you're trying to be a virtual assistant and they can't find you, that's going to be a red flag since you are trying to work in this space. I love this quote. It's so fitting here. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Thank you, Dalai Lama. But come on, I know that we're all thinking, hey, I'm just one person. I'm just this small little fish in the sea. No, you're not. You know what? After we get through this, you're going to be the big fish in the sea. And it really doesn't matter what size you are, because everybody can make a difference. Okay, so let's go over the different lessons that we have in this mod. Okay, so first we are going to create your online presence, because this is going to start your digital footprint. We're going to create your email address and signature. We're going to set up a calendar scheduling tool for you. And we are going to help you get social. Then I also added to this module a lesson on branding your business. And I feel like it really fits into this module probably the best, since we're working more on getting you all set up for your marketing efforts. Okay, so let's dive into lesson 1, creating your online presence. Now, some of you may have done part of this already. So if you have, don't just skim through this part though. I really want you to work through this section, because we have a lot of nuggets of information to share, different checklists along the way, just to make sure that you have what you need in place. And there's even a couple of worksheets for you to download in this lesson as we go through it. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, should I start with a blog? Should I actually do a website? Which one is right? My assumption here is that you've already chosen a name for your business. So if you haven't, or you need help with this, go to the bonus section and go through the setting up your business PDF that we have on there, because that's going to tell you all of the steps that you need and give you a little, nuggets of advice along the way. So go through that, and then you can actually come back to here. We have a checklist in there for you as well. But this is going to be important when you're choosing the domain for your website or your blog. Okay, so research the domain availability. So if you haven't chosen the name for your business yet, do a little bit of research and see what domains are available out there. Unless you're using your real name. Like initially when I started out, it was Laura LaCursey LLC. So that was pretty simple. Nobody else had it. But the reason that I bring this up is because I had already created the name for my business, and then I started with the blog and then with the website, and Elite Virtual Assistant and Elite Virtual Assistants was already taken at the time. So unfortunately, I had to go with Elite Virtual Assist, which actually still drives me crazy to this day. It's close, but it's really nice if you can say what your company name is, and then that's going to be the domain for everything as well. So think about that when you're picking your name and looking at the different domains that are available. Okay, research your social media handle availability. So it's nice if all of this can kind of coincide with each other. Sometimes it can't, but it's nice if it can at least be very similar. So do a little research behind that as well. So if you decide to go with a blog, I would suggest using WordPress for your free blog. I know you can use other sites. You can use Wix actually if you just want to do a blog. But I do recommend WordPress. It was really easy for me to use them in the beginning. Actually I shouldn't say in the beginning, even now Tech stuff really isn't my thing, but it was really simple for me to find, just a nice looking template. And again, it's free. So, but if you are going to do a blog, just remember you do have to commit to writing at least once a month, if not more. And this is where you're going to want to talk about your area of specialty and just kind of show your stuff, show what you know. Okay, but if you're going to go with a website, which most people tend to do, make sure that you keep it simple. You can actually do a free website on, like, let's say you go with Wix. It's very easy to set something up. I think when I did mine, it took me like a day to set up all of my pages. And I basically used this outline to set up my initial site because I didn't need to get crazy with it or spend a lot of money or time having somebody do it. I just wanted to let people know I was there and let them know what I could do. Now with the Wix free account, you do not get a custom domain. You would have to upgrade, and I think it's $100 and some a year where you can get your own domain. So if that's important to you, go ahead and do it. But if you don't have the funds, you can just get the free site for now. At least it's a link that's going to take you, that you're going to be able to direct people back to that site. And just remember, this is why we talked about your target market, your niche, and your message. One thing that you do not want to do on your website is list 300 different things that you know how to do, or list all the markets that you know that you can work with. Stick to your message, stick to your target market, stick to your niche. Be sure it's clear to those that visit your site. If you get too cute or catchy with paragraphs and phrases on your homepage and it's unclear what you do, you're going to completely lose your audience, and it's also not going to help you as far as SEO goes. So homepage, highlight your clear message. Your services page, list your services and packages here. Now, there's always, talk back and forth on whether you should add pricing or not to your websites. My thought is that I don't want to spend a lot of time on the phone with somebody if they can't afford our services. So if you're thinking along those lines too, you could always do something like pricing starts at $300 a month or $300 a package, or however you decide to do your pricing. The About Me page, you want to get a little personal here, not TMI personal, but let people know who you are and let them know your story. People love that. Because you might say something in there that might really connect or resonate with a potential client. So, let people know what your backstory is. And just remember, don't say things like, I like to help business owners get stuff done. Okay, that's just boring. Jazz it up. Pretend you're actually talking to somebody. Okay, and then you can also house your blog on your website. And just remember, a couple things I want to tell you about a blog. It does not have to be long. I know they tell you, for SEO, you're supposed to have X amount of words. But in all reality, you just want to be consistent. And it's not easy every week to come up with 1,500 words of, what your specialty or expertise is in. So you can keep it simple. You can do video blogs. You could just think outside of the box. But you have to, if you're going to do a blog, you need to commit to doing something consistently at least once a month. Okay, a contact page. So you want to make sure that you have a way that people are able to contact you. So I would suggest having a page for that purpose where they could send you a message. And then I would also consider putting a schedule a call link somewhere on the website, maybe on every page. Whatever works for you. But it's nice if you can make it as easy as possible so that people aren't having to, just look at your footer and see what the phone number is, or have to just send an email and then wait for a response, and then you're going to email back and forth. If you have a schedule a call button, they can click directly to your calendar and schedule a time to talk to you if they're interested in working with you. So just some things that you can keep in mind. Okay, so now you might be asking, why do I need a blog or a website? I'm just one person. I'm just getting started. Why do I need to do this? Well, it shows your authenticity. It also creates a home base for all of your information. This is a great place to refer people to and direct them to when you're talking to them from a business card, from social media, from emails. You're going to have a home base created with all of that information in it. And then you're going to highlight yourself and your services on there. And honestly, why wouldn't you? I mean, you're in this space. It's just something that you don't need to spend a ton of time on. You don't need to spend much money on. But honestly, don't overthink it, but don't overlook it. Have some place that you're going to be able to house all of your information and easily send somebody to that site. Okay, so now we've touched base on the blog and a website, basically what the difference is, and you can decide what you want to do with that. And I will see you over in lesson 2.